Welcome for the next video. Here it is about the design of full adder by using an half adder. Here we are using the two half adders. This is one half adder one, and this one is the second half adder. Okay, and one OR gate. Here we should have to design the full adder by using the two half adders and one OR gate. Okay, and all of you know about the half adder. It will be having the two inputs A and B and two outputs, one is sum and another is carry. Similarly here also another half adder will be having two inputs and two outputs. Okay, but previously we have seen that the overall full adder will be having the three inputs and two outputs. For that purpose here one more input will be there. This dotted line, this box will be considered as a full adder, this whole circuit. Hence it will be having the three inputs. The finally it should have to get the two outputs. This is the one output and this is another output. This will be your sum, this will be your sum, and this will be your carry. Okay, and coming to this one, first one, half adder. As we know about this half adders, two inputs, the output will be sum and carry. The output of the half adder is A XOR B and the carry will be A B. Okay, similarly suppose if you are using one more input C, and that will be given for the next half adder, and the output of the first half adder will be given as a input for the second half adder. Then the output of the second half adder, I will consider this as a half adder 2 and this one will be half adder 1. Okay, the output of the second half adder sum will becomes A XOR B XOR C. This is nothing but the sum expression for the full adder. That's how we will get that output for the sum of the full adder. Similarly here actually we are using C as a input. The output will be BC plus CA. Combiningly this one and the output of the first half adder, adding, that is the using a OR gate, it will becomes carry will be becomes AB plus BC plus C. Okay, this is how we should have to design the full adder by using the two half adders, one OR gate. Okay, just remember how we should have to design the full adder by using two half adders, one OR gate. Okay, that you should have to explain. It will be having the two half adders and one OR gate. It will be having the two inputs for the first half adder, and the output of the first half adder will becomes the input for the second half adder. Then the sum, that is the output of the second half adder, is nothing but the overall output for the full adder. Okay, next will come for the multiplexer. Here the multiplexer, it is also called as MUX. It is a combination of logic circuit that combines many inputs. Okay, n number of inputs will be there. It will give only one output. Okay, here I will using some relations. 2 power n equal to m. M is called as number of inputs. N is called as selective line inputs. This is the block diagram for the multiplexer. For example, here I am using 4:1 MUX multiplexer. Okay, here these are the inputs, number of inputs, D0, D1, D2 and D3, and this AB is called as selective line inputs. Okay, and this will be your output. Here I am getting the output. Okay, suppose if I want, here you can consider this D0 is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, like this only. Suppose if I want to get the 3, I should have to give the input, selective line input as 1, 1. Similarly if I want 0 as the output, that means selective line outputs, I should have to give the input as 0, 0. Likewise, by using these selective line inputs, I can obtain the desired output. That's why it's called as selective line inputs, and these are all normal inputs. Okay, let's see the truth table. Here, as you know, here we are having the two. Coming for the truth table, here you can see AB is the two inputs and this one is about desired output. Here the different types of combinations will be there: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Similarly, if 0, 0 means 0, that is D0, 0, 1 means 1, 1, 0 means is nothing but the 2, D2, 1, 1 is nothing but the 3, that's why it is called as D3. Okay, overall output I should have to write, combiningly I should have to write here 0, 0, D0. This 0, 0 is nothing but this is about your A bar, this is about your B bar. That's why A bar, B bar, D0 plus again this will be your A bar, B1, sorry, A bar, B, D1. Similarly this one is A, B bar, D2 plus A, B, D3. Okay, this is the overall output. Okay, and coming for the next one is logical diagram. Here it will be having the two inputs A and B. I will require the A bar also and B bar also. That's why I will use one NOT gate here. This is for the B bar and this will be for the A bar. Coming for the first one, A bar, B bar, D NOT. Okay, first I will take A bar, then again B bar. D NOT has a select one input will be there. Okay, this is all about this AND gate only. That's why I am using one AND gate. Similarly, next one is A bar, B, D1. This is about your A bar, this is about your B and D1, again AND gate. Like this, A, B bar, D2 and A, B, D3. Hence I will get the 4 AND gates, because here I am having the 4 AND gate equation. Then combiningly, this is nothing but your OR gate. That's why I should have to combiningly use as a OR gate at the output. This is about your output. Okay, this is the logical diagram for the 4:1 mux. In the exam, is suppose asking about the 4:1 multiplexer, you should have to write multiplexer, then the block diagram of this multiplexer, truth table, equation is important, then afterwards logical diagram. Okay, if you understand thoroughly the 4:1 mux, the next 8:1 mux will be there. That will be the helpful for this one. Okay, the same procedure as we done for the 4:1 multiplexer. Here coming for the 8:1 multiplexer, this is about your block diagram. Again it will be having the 8 inputs, 3 selective inputs. Instead of 2 selective line inputs, here it is having the 3 selective line inputs and only one output will be there. This is about the block diagram of the 8:1 mux. Okay, coming for the next one is truth table for the 8:1 multiplexer. Again 3 inputs will be there, A, B, C, with different types of combination, and desired outputs will be there, D0, D1, D2, likewise until D7. Okay, just I am representing in terms of binary. 0 means 0, 0, 0, 1 means 0, 0, 1. Similarly 7 means 1, 1, 1. Okay, I should have to write on the equation here. Coming for the first one, here all are zeros, D0. That's why I will consider as bar. A bar, B bar, C bar, D0. Next one is, this one is A bar, next one is B bar, this one is C and D1. That's why A bar, B, C, D1. Similarly, I should have to write down overall 8 equations. Coming for the last one, that is the 8 term, all are 1 only, hence I can write A, B, C, D7. Okay, this is about your output equation for the 8:1 multiplexer. Coming for the logical diagram, again here I am having the 3 inputs A, B, C with respect to the bar also, because the negation will be there, A bar, B bar, C bar, the complements will be there. That's why just for simplicity, just take down the lines, and starting from this A, B, A bar, B bar, C bar, D0. This is about your A bar, this is about your B bar, this is about your C bar, and D0 will be there. And this is one AND gate. Like this, you should have to write down the AND gates with respect to these terms here. Total I will get 8 AND gates. Then afterwards combiningly I can give for the OR gate. Hence I will get the output at the OR gate. Okay, this is how you should have to write the 8:1 multiplexer. This is all about the multiplexer part.